What is up, members of my collector corps? It is I, Super Mario Zilla, or you can call me Vinny, and today we are going to take a look at the Hot Toys Black Suit Spider-Man from the video game Marvel's Spider-Man 2. This figure was revealed a bit after Spider-Man 2's release. Fans were excited that the black suit was getting the Hot Toys treatment. The Advanced Suit 2.0 did already get the Hot Toys treatment, and unfortunately at the time of this video, I don't have that figure or Miles Morales. So this is what I got. There was also a special edition of this figure that came with a bonus head sculpt, which I also don't have. I bought the standard release. The figure clocks in at an MSRP of $320. Yeah, Hot Toys figures are not cheap at all. Before even thinking about collecting these, you need to ask yourself if you're willing to spend that much money on a couple of the figures. Hot Toys figures have fabric and material for their clothing, and sometimes seamless articulation. And Hot Toys figures are in the 1/6/12" scale as well, not 6 inches. This figure is also selling out everywhere, and most prices on eBay have been going for $350 or more. So that being said, is this figure worth the MSRP? Should you get it too? Is it worth it for die-hard fans of the game and or Spider-Man? Well, let's not waste any more time and see if this figure is worthy of a spot on your Spider-Man shelf. So, this particular design of the black suit is an acquired taste. Some folks like it, some folks don't. Personally, I actually do kind of like it a lot, but I am not here to judge the design. I'm here to judge if the figure captured said design. Answer is yes. They did a phenomenal job bringing this figure to life. All the intricate details seen on the game model are present here. The slimy and gooey texture looks so good and makes it look like the symbiote wet texture we all like to see. Also, a bunch of ridges to help match the body armor look is here too, and features some of the texture as well, despite being clothes. It has sort of a wet leather type of look. The logo is my favorite part of the figure, and it looks rad, really cool. The white is nice and bright and contrasts well from the suit. The ridges on some of the parts of the costume look great as well. Matches the look in the game flawlessly. Spider-Man's eyes also feature blue shading around the white to make it pop more, and it looks awesome. The whole figure features a glossy black finish to obviously make it resemble a wet symbiote look, and it works rather well. And it may be a small detail, but on the wrists, you can see the small web shooters are still there, which I almost missed, to be honest. I didn't notice that until after a few minutes of messing with the figure. So that's awesome. I just can't get over the level of detail they added to the figure. It looks so good. Overall, Spider-Man looks marvelous and matches the game model 100% with no issues. So his whole look gets an A+. Spider-Man's articulation is, a Hot Toys articulation can be fairly limited because of the clothing, and it is pretty tight. It's not as loose as, say, Mezco, so you have to be careful with when you handle it because it'll crease over time if you leave it in a pose for too long. Posing him is meant for toy photography only and for very short displays, maybe for like a couple of minutes. So, yeah, in other words, keep him in a vanilla stance at all times unless you are ready to pose him for photos, displays, or whatever. Just do not keep him in a pose for too long. Anyway, articulation goes like this. Head is on a double ball peg. So he can look this high up, can look this far down, look side to side, and of course we got lean. Ball jointed shoulders, there's a bit of a butterfly joint. Can rotate just about, because the sleeves can rotate, it can actually go all the way, but I'm not going to do 360. Shoulders can hinge upward a little bit more than 90 degrees. Biceps can swivel. Double hinged elbows can go just about all the way. Swivel hinged wrists. Ball joint here and here. Actually, no, it's not a ball joint. It's more of a ratchet. So he can crunch forward up here, just about this far back. Forward, sorry. Can crunch backward
this far back, and using both joints, he can crunch backward just about this far back, and forward just about this far forward, which is pretty good. Legs, he can kick forward without stretching the material. He can go just about this far forward and backward, just about this far back. Splits, I would not try it, but legs can go just about that far. Thighs can swivel. Double hinged knees can go just about all the way. And we got ball jointed ankles. Can go this far back, this far forward, and ankle rocker is pretty good. Widest stance is just about here. And toes on a hinge. So you have nothing to worry about when it comes to posing him. He will pose pretty decently if you don't mind him being a little bit more limited considering the clothing. But other than that, his articulation is pretty good. You just have to be aware of it's not meant to be posed for long periods of time. So keep that in mind and you'll have a blast with this figure.
As I said before, I did not get the special edition, so I don't have the bonus head sculpt of the symbiote enveloping Spider-Man's face. Still, even without that, the figure comes with a ton of stuff. Like, a lot of stuff. So let's see if he matches that $320 price. Let's see what he comes with. First is the standard Hot Toys stand that comes with most, if not all, Hot Toys figures. It has a clamp that is adjustable and a bendable arm. For the hands, he has 2 fist hands, 2 open hands, 2 web thwipping hands, 1 clenched hand for the right, and 1 raw crawling hand for the left. For the web thwipping hands, there's these alternate pieces for the palm that have peg holes for the web shots. It's a little tricky switching the pieces, so do it with caution to not break or lose anything. And the peg holes can have any web shot of your choosing. Speaking of the webs, here they are. 2 default web shots, and 1 web shot with 3 ends. Looks pretty neat. For the web lines to swing on, there's a twirly, a straight web line, and a curvy web line. Yes, I know what I said. And the web lines can fit in any of the fist hands, so use them however you wish and have fun. Next is a messy symbiote hand ready to ram someone's face in. It's easy using it actually. Pop off any of the hands and find which side of this mess has the peg hole and pop it on the wrist joint. Don't put too much pressure on it since you don't want to break the wrist peg. Next, the web wings, which do attach on magnets, so keep these away from electronic devices. Although the magnets are not very strong, I would still use caution. Using them is not challenging though. Just spread the arms open and place the wings under the arms. Close the arms in to better secure the wings, and there you go. Looks pretty neat though. I'd imagine it'll be tricky to use for toy photos. Next are these spider arms wrapped in symbiote sludge. Looks awesome. I love these arms, and I love the symbiote details on them, and the arms themselves also pack a lot of mechanical details. They articulate on hinges and ratchets, so that's good. No reason to worry about them drooping. They attach to the back of the figure via pegs, and the back has 4 peg holes for the 4 of the arms. Once attached, it looks really cool when they are. It's really nice. I love this, and I will definitely display him in a vanilla stance with these arms. By far my favorite accessories in the package. But what if you're not using the arms? That's why we have these covers for the back. Don't get too excited, they're not as seamless as they look. And 2 of them on the top did not account for the mandibles on the top of the logo blocking them. Also, if you leave them on for too long, they do leave marks. So tempting as it is, I just don't use these at all. Spider-Man comes with a lot of accessories, and honestly, I would say it's worth the price. Especially since the arms are pretty big on their own, and pack a lot of details as well, so it makes sense for the price. Overall, great package. So this is my second hot toy right now, and I don't have other 1/6 scale figures right now. But still, here is the figure with the classic Spider-Man from the first Spider-Man game on PlayStation. And here he is with a standard 6-inch Marvel Legends Spider-Man. So he's big. Make sure you have space for him, especially if you're going to display him with the arms. Spider-Man is amazing, no pun intended. This is such a nice figure. I was blown away when I opened him out of that package. There's so much to love, from the detail to the accessories to the articulation, so much to love here. The figure is pretty much one-to-one with the in-game model, and the accessories are a nice treat to have. I missed the Advanced Suit 2.0, so I'm really happy to get this figure at least. I'm really happy to have him, and I love the Black Suit Spider-Man, my favorite costume. It's not a comic, but I still love the video game version anyway. The figure is selling out everywhere though, so you'll need to think fast if you want this figure. Are you a fan of the game and Spider-Man? Do you already have Hot Toys and know what you're getting into? Do you love the black suit? If all those answers are with yes, then I highly recommend this figure. I love it, and I do think he is worth the price 100%, and I think you'll love it too. It's expensive, so keep that in mind when buying it, and you'll be golden. Figure gets a perfect 10 out of 10. I definitely want to see an anti-Venom suit in the future, and I look forward to the Venom Hot Toy. But still, this figure, mwah, chef's kiss.